the privatization of public spaces. We're still talking about unholy alliances between private sector and government. We're still talking about communities being left out, being left out. They're doing something about us without us, being left out of the decision-making processes. A fait accompli is what we have going on here in Jamaica. They don't even bother ask me no more question. They just do. One time them used to pretend with consultations throughout the country. Now they just do. Now you've got some real unholy alliances. And we must talk about that. Against the law, against the anointed, come let us pray. Their bands of thunder and cast away their gods from us. But the Lord who sits in Zion, oh, oh, Lord, the examination yours pleasure. Talking. They have been talking for many years. That not helping. By now everybody should know the real source of help around here and work with where the change will come from. The only source of change around here is to ensure that the Marcus Garvey party become the next governance in Jamaica. All the suing and capturing of our beach by criminals who are trying to take over Jamaica will have to stop as soon as the PPP come into operation. And that's a must. The change must come by any means necessary. Who can stop the Almighty work? Who can stop the work of the Almighty? Which man? You can plan an election around here. That won't help. That won't prevent what must be. The former things will exit with the old generation. All the wildness around here today will go out with the old generation. You don't want you to teach them your way of life. Everything you celebrate. Tell if you go plant ganja and set up factories to produce products to export. You're having celebration every year, all over, every day. That is what you love to do. Celebrate. You are here to put Marcus Garvey and Haile Selassie work in operation. Continue. You're busy celebrating. That is black people. All they do is celebrate. Knock drum and dance and celebrate. And live in poverty. And other people come here and take away our place. Now they want to take away all our beaches. Soon we won't have anywhere to go and get a decent swim. All owned by foreigners. So the government have sold out all our public hotels to them. And do what with the money? We don't know. They take it away like the rest. Petrodram, Jam, etc., etc. And mine. That is the one that they're after. the Universal Scientific Associates wealth, international wealth, and the most wealthy company that will ever exist at this time and in this time. But they are wasting time. We don't have time to talk. The farmer things will be forgotten, including the old Bible story. All these will become of the past. You won't be able to be teaching our children all these Anansi story, old folk tales, and people bad lifestyle in hell. New kids coming in with their own reality of life. Not the old past historical madness. Black Star Line, with the way Rasta waiting on Black Star Line to come in and carry them away to Africa. 7 Mile have a Black Star Line. I don't know if Marcus Garvey did have 7 Mile ships. That's how they behave around here. Some waiting for Jesus to come from the sky and take them away to heaven because they are good and dress up in white and burn up the rest in fire and destroy his earth and other creation. It's not man alone on the earth. Everything on the earth are very important to the Almighty and part of the whole ecology, including man. But man is a selfish thing. They behave like only man exists. They are the most important. There's nothing important about man, especially you in a positive zone, positive system, positive dimension. There's nothing unique about a human being who are the least wise in their blocks of world. There are 36 worlds in our block. 216 billion human beings. And humanity in the positive zones are the least wise. And that is why we have so much problem around here. Everybody get in the way of each other because of lack of wisdom. We don't want to go back in the past. We'll begin from where His Majesty left off. I don't want to promote all these religions in school anymore to create division. These are some of the things, along with old Bible story and other stories that will be removed from the school system.
Somebody cry, oh Lord. Somebody call you, Lord. Somebody call you, Lord. Don't a breakthrough, Lord. Don't a mandible, Lord. Somebody cry out. Somebody call you. We can't help some out today. Somebody cry out. Somebody call you. Somebody holler. Somebody holler. Somebody.
That's the real scammer, you know. I've been listening to them behaving like that from since I was a little boy. And it's the same story over and over and over. They are healing everybody. Look at the amount of sick people around the place. 2/3 of the population look sick to eye, some way or another. The more they preach and pray and beg, is the more they get sick, get shot, pollute the environment, destroy the ecology, sexually assault our little girls and boys. The more they praise, the more they gay. The more they praise, the more they stray. Do what I say, but don't do what I do. That is pastor. He can do anything, but you must do what he says. And bring your contribution to the Lord. What is the Lord doing with money? And where is the Lord? What are they using the money to do? To convert more people to their clan or sectarianism, to their sect. People need to come together in more unity in their community. We can't continue with these same old fool up. Preacher telling all kind of anancism. Working on your emotion with music. And the way they put out their messages. Breaking down your emotion. And then you end up giving them your money. You'd be better off using this money to help your health problem. Take care of your health problem. Every day I see people coming from church and bawling that they are sick and this and that. So these pastors cannot pray for them. They have been here praying and doing all kind of mumble jumble. And things only get worse. Look at the amount of churches in Jamaica. Religions of all descriptions. Every day you hear some of them get into problem. Seventh-day Jehovah Witness First Church. Listen to that First Church preacher. Sound like a sick man to me. What is he telling us from the Bible? There's nothing new about the Bible. Everything that in the Bible was there from long time and have been told to people. So there's nothing anyone can come up and tell you fresh about the Bible. Same old story. They only find different way of presenting it. And then attract the crowd. What they want is crowd. They know how to make their money. And get their sponsor from government. Or they know who to tell their converts to vote for. That is why you see the politicians link up with religions. Notice as all of them gone to church and funerals. Let the dead bury their dead. I have indicated that no dead bodies must be buried in the earth. That is part of the environmental cleanup. All bodies must be ash. I have handy in various ashing system, dehydration, and all that. Liquefy and ash. A lot of work I put in over the last 19 years. Instructing everyone what to do and where we are going. And I've been trying to get access to some fund to finance an institution, the ministry. Now, everybody's tightened none for me. They all want to take it away. Cover up. Colonizers tell them to cover up. They're slave masters. Since they think that I'm just another slave like them. But our responsibility is to run you all away from around here if you can't follow the almighty law. Why the education system have everything so complex around here? Even words that describe biological parts that could be much simpler. They give them these big long words. By the time you finish study them, they fill up your brain. Everybody's brain is limited. The brain have limited capacity. Especially the human being using the positive dimension of their mental faculty. Therefore, when your head, you fill up your brain with all these unimportant things and set out things so complex that by the time you finish studying it, your head full of unnecessary things. The English language tell you that all you have to do is add a S to get a plural, like bacteria. you should be able to just add an S to that bacteria and you get the plural. But they follow all English and the bacteria is a plural word they claim. So you don't have any bacteria, you have a bacteria. Make things more complex. Word like Selassie is a plural word in that it means blesses the Holy Trinity. Father, Mother, Father, and Son. But it's one spirit. You're not referring to the humans in that reality expression. You're referring to the spirit. And the spirit is always one. The same Elohim is also used to define the spirit in a plural form. Therefore, it's how you use language and stuff. Youths are coming in with their own outline of things. These correction will be made along the line.
That blood for me and you, in order to deliver you and me from the power of sin. That is why the blood of Jesus is very, very important. Oh, the blood speaks. I just want to remind you that even in the book of Genesis, over there in chapter 3.
Why are these foreigners coming here to tell us about God? Most of them are just other men, Come here to take away our money and tell us about God sent his only begotten Son. It's only one Son the Almighty have. He's a lazy God. He only have one Son. Only one, the human being, all the human beings on earth are product of the Almighty, come from the one family. The Almighty have 3 sons, 3 daughters, 6 people. Himself and Her Majesty, 8 people. All 8 were saved. All 8 went into the ark, or the ship, when the system was changing from negative to positive timeline. The world was twice this size and was cutting down to half size, this current size. So all Noah had was to do is sail away to the next side when the populated side flood out, bringing about positive timeline, one size, moving from size 2 to size 1. Today we will be moving to size 3. So another Noah's days will coming in. Fittest of the fittest shall survive. Those who follow the law of Selassie are the one that will go over into Zion and live to see the end of a system of things. This is the time that the Bible tell you about. There will come a time when there will be no need for anyone to teach anyone anymore. There will be no need for any religious leaders to teach anyone about the Bible or God anymore. Those who want to find out about the universal reality can log on to the social site. Various sites are there. New World Order, Barry White on YouTube, USAM on Facebook, and Universal Scientific Associates on the same Facebook. And they will be coming up with a new site and streaming from our side to the world. Straight from Jamaica to the rest of the world. Notice I'm not tearing down anybody or telling anybody about God is going to come and kill them and do this like the preachers. What I'm saying is that we are at the end of an old system. A new scroll are being opened. There's a new direction here that everyone, especially the future generations will be guided to. as the information flowing from the above ministry will lead them into a wiser and better future. So it's not about jumping down and beating on anyone and burn up anyone. It's a matter of those who cannot hear will feel. This is a new day. The same old story. We cannot be telling our children the same old story that lead them in slavery for 400 years and now in mental slavery. And we are here revising the same story, revising Bible into patois, getting everything ready to teach them the same old Jesus story. Jesus was a Rastafari, murdered by religious people and leaders. The religious people, more so by the religious people, because they are jealous of everything, just jealous of their God. They don't want anybody to say there is any other God beside theirs, because theirs is the only one. Their Jesus that they murdered, and telling us all kind of illusion and superficial story about him. What about King Selassie? He wasn't murdered. No one can give a final account of that man who manifests the Selassie spirit in this time, bringing us close to the old wild order. Where is his burial place? Some people have been finding bones for years and years. Where is his bones and tomb? When one lives in the consciousness of the law of the Almighty and abide by those laws, you're not doing the Almighty a favor, You're doing yourself a favor, because it keeps you out of problems and guide your life. So you're not doing the Almighty any favor. Some people try to go to church every day, like if I go to church every day, then the Almighty will love me more. I'll be more loved. Yet their action and attitude and behavior is so disgusting. They are in hate with their neighbor. They're not talking to each other. Yet on Sundays they dress up and gone to church. They are serving their Jesus. And then they come back and talk about Jesus' blood. Those who shed the blood of the Christ do a wicked thing. And those who are claiming to be drinking it yearly are also perpetuating that evil because of the murder of the Christ 2,000 years ago, when he came in to point to the end of this old system of things, that it will end at the end of this 2,000 years, and he'll be back in, fulfilling Isaiah chapter 9, 6 and 7. This reality is in motion right now. Yet many looking away, many looking down. They don't want to hear about it or see it. They still want to talk about Jesus, who they can murder and tell what to do.
You're a warrior. If you're a victor, you're a survivor, more than a conqueror. If you're a miracle, God is with you, fighting for you. He'll never leave you. See your light shining. Don't let your light go out. Don't let your light go out. I see your light. God is shining. Don't let your light go out. Don't let your light go out. Yeah. No
Same behavior at the beginning, the same at the end. Notice the behavior to Christ when he came in. At the end, after 2000 years, we see the same behavior at the return. If they could have murdered I, they would have murdered I from the first time day I was put out of I house. Because I can name you over 50 times that they have tried and failed. Since I was put out by the PMP government. All the way in Westmoreland, in our Virgin Ganja field, soldier and police don't want us. But they were the one who have to run, not I. At I house up Forest Hills. Police boy, little boy tried to draw a gun and I fall down on his face before me. When the son step over him, he start to beg. It's not I have to beg. They are the ones that have to be begging and running. So all those about here behaving like criminal toy and trying to get around Selassie law are wasting time. The instruction was to set up the first Jamaica International Bank. As soon as it was up, all other dormant bank that was about here not doing anything much, join up and own it. Everybody's crowding in on Jamaica. Now see the amount of people running here since 2001. Spain King, Queen of England, a number of leaders of countries from all over. Everybody coming here to learn something and collect something. Portia gone to China. They know what they're going to discuss. They are getting the information from I. Holiness, the same thing. Gone to China. When they come back, they don't have anything to tell us because it's their business they go on. They went on their business, not the people's business. So they don't have to report about anything. One would have thought that government managing the affair of the people, whatever business that is done on behalf of the people, there should be a discussion on that. At least every quarter, every 3 months, the Prime Minister should be there to give an outline of what is happening to the people, money and affairs and asset and communication with external, etc., etc. But these people seem to stole everything, the whole country. How many families own Jamaica by now? Same 21. They own the private sector, the old businesses, and nobody else can enter. They cartelize it, especially black Jamaican. You know, that's the way it is around here. Sick, mad, selfish, bad-minded and hateful, racist and covetous. All this will come to an end as we move into the new system of things.